Okay. There you go. There's a thing. There's a thing right there. That's fantastic. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, how many days in a row is this? 2? 2 days? 3? Maybe 3. Who knows? Who knows? And I forgot to put the thing on here. Oh, man. Let me do that real quick. It's too late. It's too late. Daily candle close. Daily candle close. It's the 20th. Look at that. Look how fast that was. Maybe things are on the up and up. What? Maybe. We'll see. Fingers crossed. All right. We got 5-minute chart. We got some buying coming in. A bit of a little sandwich action going on over here. 15-minute chart. We have seen some moves today. You know, coming down pretty hard. Bounced back. Made a little bounce off here. Made a high. Came back. Made a higher low. Made a higher high. Made a higher low. And here we are right here trying to creep past this little zone. Still not able to get past this area right here, 39.56. But we can take a look at our daily on our Gartley. Let's see. So far, let's get there we go. So far today, very small, $49 plus 1.27. And of course, we're still moving. 39.58 was the high so far for today, but we are not done yet, my friends. Buying always comes in, or selling always comes in. Some type of volatility we like to see in the last few minutes of the day. A couple other trades are moving right now. If this thing will load, that would be great. There you go. Yeah, so volume relatively quiet on the fish chart. Nothing really right on about. It is good level for the 15. At least now we're just above average. All right. Nobody's upset about that. 8.93 million traded volume. Here, that's not at all. So what are we going to hear? 4 minutes and 30 seconds. All right. Let's go. This on just in chat. So give me a second to open it up. See, we got 3 people watching. I'm one of them. So we got 2 people watching. I'll tell you, I'll take it. Talk to myself far too often. All right, so anyway, on 15 is looking okay for now. I would like to see this right here, like to breach that point. We're going to need some buying to come in the last 4 minutes. These wicks are dramatic, to say the least. So decent volatility, right? That's what everybody wanted, was more volatility, and we are starting to see that in the last few weeks. Let's see, we got another trade that is cruising right now, just on the smaller time frames, but that's XRP on the swap for the futures contract doing pretty well. That's okay. We'll take these gains for now, right? 0.54 doesn't look like much, but they are gains nonetheless, and we like gains. So gains are good. Let's go back to our, okay, I want to look at ZEC real quick because we were looking at this the other day. As far as the actual chart itself, the whole chart looks, if you look at that green bar, right, that green line, I probably should have put the weekly on. It would have made it a little easier to see. But we had targets set way back when, based off of this move. Was it, hold on, based off of this move right here. Pushing over moves to bring us down into this area down over here. We sort of leveled out, made a little bit of an area. We had a nice bounce in that zone and then have drifted since. So we've been in this channel, as you can see, for quite some time, looking to break out of that channel, but not before. I want to see that. I want to see that little test right there. So if we can get that, then I would be happy. You can see how far away the channel is once you zoom in, and this is on the daily chart, mind you, so there's plenty of room going on over here. That is something I wanted to just bring up. for no other reason than I was just looking at it before. All right. Okay, so there you have it. There is the buying we were looking for. Very nice. So at least wick-wise and body so far-wise, we have breached this area here, which does give us now another higher high. Okay, very good. So we can see the, let's see, the break here, the point, yep. So if you see the top right here ended up being the bottom right here, so that's market structure. So that's cool. If this is to continue up, we would expect to see some type of pullback into this range area, 39.34 ballpark, to continue this cycle, this impulse, at least on the 15. Now you can see the minute chart's going bananas, so that's good. We are in the last 2 minutes before the daily close. That's the type of volatility we like to see right before big moments, right? So the big moment would be the daily candle close. Now, it's only Wednesday, nothing too crazy, but, you know, things happen. Brandon, what's up, buddy? Yes, thank you. What's going on? With you, stop the... Ricky is on every day. I love that. That is awesome. Ricky, you got something you want to look at, man? After we close out, we gotta pull up a chart for Ricky. Ricky's the best supporter. All right, so we are at 31 seconds. All right, so we painted a massive spinning top here on the 15, but at least we got the wick. We're going by wick, and that's body wick. So that's cool. We're good on that. Point of control actually is showing us way down here at 39.10, but like to see this volume's good. We'd like to see this, you know, not leave such a large wick. That right there, at least on the 5-minute chart, is a nasty shooting star, and we're going to keep that because it's over. There it is. That is the daily candle. So let's get some stats here for the day. It's just something I like to do. Not that it means all that much, but let's take a look. Candle opened 38.88. We hit a high of 39.58. We hit a low of 38.68.50. We closed it out at 39.38. So that's actually really important. We closed in the 3900s. It's kind of a big deal right now because we've you know, we haven't been able to breach that 4K mark. 39 is the zone we'd like to be trading in if we are going to create, you know, like another zone. We would like to concentrate to be in that 39 area so that we can at least make the effort or make the push up to 4K. So overall, we're up 1.3%, $50.50. So nothing crazy. Small moves, incremental moves, but they are leading us in the right direction. This is the second profit target here. Filled earlier. We actually filled it on this wick, which was nice. That's that 39.02 area, which ended up being the 618 from A to D of the bullish Gartley pattern. There's more to come. At least what I'm thinking as far as the pattern is concerned, and that would be back to the one, a full retrace back to A, 42.41 ballpark, and then we are looking at the 127 target area, and that's 44.81. So cool stuff. 39's not 44, but you know what? This has played out very well so far. It's taken a very long time. Just the pattern itself was, what, over 45 days, probably 50-something days, give or take, 51 ballpark. So, you know, that's okay. That's all right. Let's hit up the price action scanner. Let's take a look at what's moving, and let's take a look at what's moving today. So the last 24 hours, basically all of trading since this time yesterday. Let's pull that up. I know we had some movers earlier. I might or might not have taken a slightly risky trade on a very low cap coin, so I'm not really going to talk about that, but it's okay right now. It's just inherently more risky, and we know this. You know, we all know this. So let's see. D1 peak gains 139.33 up 5 million. Super low market cap. EBX BTC. So let's see. We're showing from the 5 to the 4 strong downtrend with slightly bullish, or at least some type of bullish tone, but mostly sideways on the 6, 12, and daily. The 6, light pink, is showing sideways, slightly bearish. So far we're up 139% in 24 hours and lost 8.6% of that. So haven't really lost all that much. So this is something that's turning around. This is something that has been in a downtrend for quite some time and is now trying to turn itself around. Probably got a massive candle out of nowhere. So we could take a look. EBX BTC. This could be one of those situations where it's a pump and dump style coin. But, you know, let's take a look. Maybe it's interesting enough to get something out of. Now, I'm not seeing much over here at all, but let's put the daily up and see if we can see something big. Okay, so yeah, we had a fat finger. So nothing to see here, guys. We just had a massive fat finger that dropped down quite a large amount. So because it all got bought back up, made it look like it gained this, which was a peak gain of 177%. All right, and because it was just a fat finger, then the bodies are relatively small, so that's why not much loss off of that retrace, right? So I'm gonna have to let that one slide. Yo BTC, 38% up, 34% up. BTC to ETH respectively, dropping a loss of 40 and 44% respectively. Okay, so again, small micro cap coins, relatively good trading volume for a 24-hour period. 1,269, 1,232 Bitcoins being traded. That's pretty good. As far as Yo BTC, trend is good. 30, 1, and the 6 hour. You have not converted the daily into a bullish trend. It's sideways, slightly bearish actually, and sideways, slightly bullish on the shorter time frames, 5 and 15, and also the 4 and the 12. So Yo BTC will pull up and we'll take a look. Now, may have already pulled this up earlier, all right? But this is what I wanted to see here. This is this break in range that I really like to see on really any coin, but lately the ones that have been in range for quite a long time. I mean, you're talking November 14th. That's not bad. So 2, close to 3 months. That's pretty good. And to break out of that range is pretty important. Now, this did break right here. And then we lost it, you know, and weren't able to get it back. Kind of went right back into range. But now we have broken it once again. So this could be the same story. And that's why it's risky. Let's pop on the 1 hour chart and let's get a better idea on what we're actually looking at. So I circled this area here because I was showing someone earlier break and a retest. Although it doesn't look quite the same on the hourly chart. I must have had the 4 hour up. So let's take a look at the 4. See if this does make a little bit more sense. A little bit more sense. Okay, so break, close above, test down below, break again, retest, range, and come up with a nice push. A nice candle. This is a 16.37% candle. And this is we'll call it 10, so we'll call it 16 and 10, so we'll call it a 26% gain in an 8 hour period. That's pretty good. You can see the buy target is already up. That's this box down here, and that's based off the retrace off of this move, okay? Now, the whole move itself, if you include this first move with its retrace, so this is the second move, if you look at the whole move, then we've already come down to the 5, all right? That's the 5 right here. So the 5 and the 382 of the entire move. Now, if we slide this up, we can look at just that move here, and that would be placed at the bottom of the pullback from the previous move. And you can see we actually topped down at the 5 of the move and breached the 618, but only ever so slightly, as that came right back up, and there was a lot of buying. So, you know, it's a risky trade for sure. Certainly not going to deny that. Super low cap. We just breached RSI again, but we did make a higher high on the RSI 3 times. So 1, 2, 3. So at least we're cool with this as far as it's not a swing failure. So we're good on that. So we're going to let this play out. You know, if it does find support somewhere around the 5, it could even find on the 382. But if it does find support somewhere around the 5 or the 618, wouldn't be too surprised. Small profit targets, but you can see this profit target right here on that old school horizontal. I guess I should probably show you that. On that horizontal support resistance is more than likely going to be, you know, some type of issue. Or at least resistance, but that's at, you know, 20% gains. You know, who's upset with a 20% gain? You know, I don't know anybody upset with a 20% gain. All right. Anyway, so horizontal support resistance on the weekly chart coming back for this was that little bounce that came up off of that huge move. This represents this bottom area where support was found, and then this one represents that particular bottom area from the first big drop off the all-time high. So that was your big bounce. And that's why I felt like it needed some type of respect there. So I should have put one here, but not exactly trading in that zone just yet. So that's what we were looking at earlier. That's Yo-Yo BTC. Yo-Yo BTC. All right, so we'll see how that thing pans out. Eyes are on it. You know what I'm saying? Some eyes are on it. It's actually moving a little bit now on the 1 hour chart. Getting some selling to come in there. That's okay. Looks like XRP just nosedive out of nowhere. So I'm imagining BTC probably did. Yeah, okay. So, you know, when one falls, they all fall. But really, when this guy falls, they all try to fall. So we did say, we're going to come back, current market structure, that we were looking for this area here, 39.33. Came all the way down, broke this previous market structure, and came all the way back down to the first market structure back here. So we'll see. It's Bitcoin. You never know what kind of volatility you're going to get. Maybe it'll all get eaten right back up, and we'll paint ourselves a big giant wick. Or we could start some bit of a downtrend or some bit of a slightly not so good thing. If we do break, well, we already broke this, so that's not great. If we do break 39.12 ballpark, let's see, a little bit better, 39.11, then you got to start taking a look and seeing what else is going on as far as that's concerned. Let's take a look at the actual daily though real quick. Want to see what kind of mess that created in comparison to the last day of trading, which really isn't all that bad. So nothing to write home about just yet. 0.41%, so minus $16 so far on the day. And of course, we all know we just closed the daily candle, so plenty of time. But if we were to drop back, this is my target zone for a pullback based off of this move right here. And this is, let's see, target area starting 38.01, dropping all the way down to 37.45 as an area for a re-entry long. Also an area just to keep an eye on in case we don't see a reaction and it falls through. So a couple things to look at when we get closer to it. Oh, we got some messages. Look at this. All right, Scout, what's up? Still learning, that's why I'm here. Ricky, I will do my best to teach you anything I can. You just got to shout it out and let me know, and I will do what I can. Chingas is a good friend. You are in the right place. Anyone trading Forex today? Alcy, about to get interesting. Scout, nice. 6 green candles after that are all higher highs. Like that. I'm on mobile driving. Can only head him. Looking at BTC. Okay, so Scout's doing some Forex things. That's good. I have not traded Forex today. In fact, I haven't traded Forex in all of February. right? Last time I traded Forex was in January. So yeah, I'm not currently in the Forex game, not like I should be, but I did get busy with a lot of other things. So I wanted to make sure I dedicated enough time to those without spreading myself too thin. So I continue to trade BTC and alts on setups that I like, longer term swings, and some scalping if I have time during the day. But Forex I've been out of. Options, actually, I haven't placed an options order, oh man, since first week in February. So I'm 2 weeks out of options. That breaks my heart a little bit. So yeah, I'm out of a lot of markets, but I'm here with you in this market. How's that sound? Ricky, let's see. I noticed something weird. Firefox default browser scanner would not work with it for the first 10 days. Went to Chrome. My numbers are different from yours. Have them both open and they're both different. Okay, Ricky, that's a cache thing. So you'll need to, if you're on Chrome right now, this is the Brave browser, so I can't show you, but it's very similar. It's got those 3 dots on Chrome. You would click those, go down to, what's it called, Advanced Tools, or maybe it's just Tools. If I open up Chrome right now, the lag will just eliminate the entire stream, so I can't do it. But click the buttons. It's like 3/4 the way down. You'll see something that's tool related or advanced settings or something along those lines. You have to click there, and you want to erase your cache or reset your cache. You can also go up to the toolbar, and I believe if you click on the little lock, or it should have a little button next to it, I think that's another way to get into at least that channel settings. I'm not sure if you can erase cache from there. Man, I don't remember. I know there's a lot of settings there, but I don't know if cache is one of them. So, but scope those out, Ricky, because if you have the wrong numbers, that's not going to help. Firefox gives me the same numbers like you display. Chrome displays a different order for the same thing. Weird. Okay, yeah, Ricky. So that just means your Firefox is correct, and your Chrome, your cache needs to be cleared. All right, I had the same problem when we were beta testing this. We had to go back to the developer saying, hey, you know, what is the deal? I opened this up on Brave and I got different numbers. So yeah, it's a cache thing. Hopefully that's something that will be implemented either through Chrome, or maybe there's something on the development side that we can do in order to maybe auto delete cache or whatever the case may be. I'm not the developer, so I can't give the best answer, but I can tell you it's a cache problem. For the correct numbers, use Firefox for now, or Brave, or Safari, or Internet Explorer, or Opera, like whatever you end up using. If you have the wrong numbers on Chrome, don't use it. As long as you know that these numbers are correct. All my Brave settings are correct, so this is what's happening right now. Now I haven't refreshed. Well, let me just refresh right now. But yeah, that's a cache thing. So hopefully that'll help you out. Right? Good. All right, cool. Let me double check on this guy right here real quick. Make sure I'm not missing anything. Okay, we're cool there. And let me double check this one here so that I know we're not missing anything there. I hate to leave people out in the cold. So there we go. Okay, that guy's cool. Very good. All right, and we're back. All right. Wow, man, this is Ricky. This is what I was talking about. You hit refresh, and now we're just talking to the wall. Okay. So peak gains, day 1 day, 24 hours, 24 hours from this exact moment. All right. So what did we stop at? Yo-Yo BTC. Yes, again, very risky, high risk trade, careful, micro cap, all those warnings. Not financial advice. You know what I'm talking about. All right, BQX ETH. Okay, this is interesting. It's up 30. We've lost, call it 100. Sideways slightly bearish throughout, with the exception of the 12 and downtrend on the 4. This is a chart you don't have to even look at. All right, so we already know low cap. All right, 14 million. Very low trading volume, 155, but a 30% gain, and you've given, let's just say, all of it back. This is a clear sign of either a pump and dump or a trade that obviously failed. There's no support, right? So you don't even have to waste your time going with that. There's nothing going on with trends, so we're cool. We'll just move it on. Oh, man, look at this guy. BCPT. Wow. I have not seen this one trending for quite some time. So this is a 4-buy, which I like to see. So 4-buy green left, 4-buy red right. This is an indication that we are starting a new trend. So you might start seeing some of these moves and starting to make, you know, the 4-hour go light green and then the 6-hour go light green. So this is actually worth looking at. Now, super small cap, super low trading volume. So it's already inherently risky than, let's say, almost anything else. But I want to look at the chart anyway. This is a good setup. 15 minutes in a strong uptrend, so that's a good chart. 22.5 up, 25 down. That's a respectable retrace. That's healthy. So BCPT, that's man, what is that? I'm trying to remember what that was. Block Mason, I think. Let's see. BCPT. Yeah, Block Mason. Okay. All right. What happened to this thing? First off, when I hop on a chart I know I haven't looked at in a long time, I just throw up the weekly, and I just want to get an idea what's going on. So we look at the overall bigger picture, right? So we are pretty far away from really anything here. This would have calculated the way down, which it looks like it respected fairly well. You know, we respected the 382. We had some trading on the 618 as expected. A little bit of a push up, drop down, landed perfectly on the 886. Ping pong right up to the 786. Didn't quite drop down back to the 1, but did get stopped out again at the 886. So that's a good flip from support to resistance. These are areas you're going to want to look at on the way back up. Now, this is what I like to see. So we are in how many weeks now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 weeks of range trading, a relatively small range. This is good. Now we see a break out of this range. This is when we start to get a little excited. Now, I'm not going to hold the whole thing to a range because that's not fair, but let's find what makes sense. And I'll probably just go by these body tops here and the body tops here and the body bottoms here, right? So something similar to this, okay? So now when I zoom in on this, I'm not doing anything with this chart, by the way. Like, there's no trades for me to be made right here, but this is something I'll put on the watch list because I want to see a break a range and a retest. And then I'll feel better about coming into something like this if this is something I'm going to trade. So let's take a look at the daily right now and just get a bigger picture idea on what's been shaken. At least when we zoom in a little bit. All right, so as far as range is concerned, I like this range. This range is good. This might be a little too low for range, right? We could probably pull it up to about here and call that a little breakout zone. All right, we could do something like this. That might make a little bit more sense. Even that. Now again, there's no TA involved here. This is just eyeballing because I want to look at it. All right, so let's see. Accumulation, a little bit. Nothing crazy. You know, you were talking a couple days of chilling in the same zone. This is a big move. Big move, and we gave it all back, just about. So that's what I didn't want to see on that last pairing that we were just talking about was, you know, going up X amount percent and then giving everything right back. This move right here is pretty healthy. 9%, 1, so about 10%. You're probably looking at more than that. That's where you got the 22 from. If you drag it from the bottom to the top of the wick, yeah, 22%. So this is what's being read by the price action scanner. So the 22%, right, increase, and then the drop down 25% so far. So again, I'm not doing anything with this currently. I want to get out of range. I want to get out of range, similar to this, but I want to get out, close above, retest. This was a failure. I want to get out, close above, retest it, and then I'll start looking for setups. But for now, all this did was, now this will go on my watch list as a potential something to look at coming up. So BCPT, yeah, I'm going to come right over here and I'm going to go add to watch list. Right, we'll put that on there because I want to break out of that range. So when I do see, and I'll look at this every day, when I do see us out of range and I see another 20-25% pop with, you know, a 20 or so retrace. Now that was ETH, so I actually want this one here, so I'll take that off later. So I would be looking at, you know, some sort of big pop, out of range, come back, retest, and then re-enter on the pullback. Something similar to that. All right, what do you got? Fixed it, knew something was screwy, hit peak gain on both, and now they're synced together. Default on one was not sync. Was not sync. Well, as long as you got it fixed, that is fantastic, because the numbers aren't going to do you any good if they're wrong. So, good to hear, Ricky. Very happy about that. Engine BTC, or I'm sorry, is that Enigma? Can't remember. But ENJ, how about that? ENJ, BTC, and ETH right next to each other is 21-20% pops. Obviously, the ETH pair has far more trading volume, so that's good. But you're 73% down on a 20% increase. Trend is showing sideways across the board. Slightly bearish on the 5, slightly bearish on the 4-hour, 6-hour, and 12-hour. So this is a little bit